The build cost went up again. In this video, I'm hoping to share with you a series of reasons why your costs, why your outputs, why the money you've paid out has been more than the quotation that you received to begin with. So I'm going to flip the camera around and use my whiteboard just to explain this. So firstly, that's your expectation. The quote that you received, you're expecting to pay that after the project has ended. But for those more experienced or more educated, you may know that this also is going to come into play. So the unknowns on your projects. Now, these unknowns aren't normally built into a quote, and they're dealt with by using a word called a variation or change procedures, change management. So I've got the original quote plus anything that crops up known as an unknown to then equal the cost. But why is it still even more than that? Because in this one, we're now going to factor in time. So I've called it prelim in here. So that's the cost of time, the running costs of your business. So we've now got the original quote plus the unknowns plus the prelim, which now equals the cost. And now what we have is this cost. Now we need to add on the inefficiencies, which is a waste of time or resources, plus change. So I'm talking now the change of mind, change of materials, change of location, change of position, change of anything once it's been done. And those all coming together now will equal your true cost. Now, here's the next thing to be aware of. When you get your original quote that you expected to become your original cost, when this is low, when the quote is low, it means that all the other variables are likely to be high. Okay? When the original quote is low, it means that all the other unknown variables right now are going to be higher. Now, when a quote comes in higher, it's likely that they've factored into this higher quote some risk around what the unknowns are. It's likely that they factored in some time. It's likely that they factored in waste. Nobody ever factors this in. But that then means that the true cost might end up being the same as this, or equal to the prior. It might end up being the same. However, the original expectation, which was set here, is more likely to equal this here in the latter, rather than the surprise in the big difference when you do it the other way around. Now, the message here is to really sort of sit down and think about and factor in all elements of your project, all elements of your build. You need to know what all your numbers are going to be in advance of a project starting. You do not want these surprises coming up to bite you in the arse as the project moves forwards. You want to have this clarity and have the thing to manage rather than be always faced with, I need extra for this and extra for that, and then allowed for this and then allowed for that, and all these conversations that aren't necessary so long as you've got all the information and you've got all the numbers in advance of that project starting. I run a 2-day training on this very topic, the refurbishment kickstart training. You can get more information on that. Just tap me the word yay in the comments underneath and I'll send you a link over so you can take a look. I'll see you in the next video.